Hey, what's going on? It's Jeff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are discussing how you can overcome disappointment from kettlebell workouts that don't seem to work. All right. Little backstory. I used to indulge myself occasionally when I'm bored out of my tree by watching shorts or reels or whatever they're called these days on the old gram or the IG or whatever it is they're called, Instagram. I have an account over there because I post up some videos, which I'm really lazy and haven't done in a while. But, I see some interesting stuff when I do the old hashtag kettlebell workouts or hashtag kettlebells. More often than not, it's some kind of choreographed, what they're calling flow these days. Okay. So a flow is really just a chain. If you go check out some of my other videos, I define what a chain is, but you're probably familiar with it as flows if you're on the gram. Okay. And usually the flows look something like this. In one instance, it's some man-bunned dude with his shirt off, and he's next to a well-coiffed girl or lady or whatever they're called these days, right? A female, and she's got the spandex is painted on, and they're moving in harmony and synchrony, and they got some kind of techno-thumping music going on in the background, or the other situation is two dudes, right? And they both got man buns, or maybe their man locks are down. They got the Sparta beard going on, and of course they're shirtless, right? And they're doing the same thing. They got the thumping techno music in the background, and they're jumping around and so on and so forth. Now, look, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with going shirtless. You're just probably not going to ever see me on the gram shirtless. I'll use the shirtless thing. I go shirtless in my backyard when I'm trying to catch some rays and working out back there. Right, I want to get the rays, the vitamin D. It just feels good. Okay, so I'm not ditching on that. But what I am saying is that this type of workout seems to be the norm for most social medias, especially for IG. The question I want to pose, though, is how well do these workouts actually work, right? Are they done in a context of a program, or are they just, hey, man, try my workout? And the other question is, do these dudes or dudettes even use their own workouts? I don't think so. And why not? Why don't I think so? Because I routinely get emails from guys and ladies truly, honestly seem shocked that they're getting results from using the programs that they purchased from me, right? So let me say this again, because most people miss it the first time, okay? The kettlebell is not magic, right? I'll repeat that. The kettlebell is not magic. It's a great tool. In fact, it's better than most, especially for guys, women over a certain age. Right. So what's that certain age? Like 35, 45, 55 and up. Right. And it's really good for getting us in shape quickly and keeping us in shape. Right. However you define in shape, which I define as strong, healthy, and lean. OK, but your kettlebell workouts must still follow these 5 basic laws of physiology. Okay, let's run through them real quick. Okay, number 1, you must create some form of overload in a specified period of time. I'll repeat that again. You must create some form of overload in a specified period of time. In order to grow or change, your body requires a mechanism of overload, creating a bigger stimulus for change, right? There are 3 simple mechanisms you can and should use. Number 1 is volume. Volume is total work performed in a session. Number 2 is intensity, which is the load lifted relative to your maximum. It's not effort. It's not like high intensity, bro, right? It's very specific. It's relative to your maximum effort. Usually it's done by percentages. So simplest terms, if your kettlebell press is 32 kilos, if you used an intensity of 70%, it would be 70% times that 32. Don't ask me what that is, because this is math on camera. I'm bad at math on camera. All right. And the third simple mechanism of overload is density. And that is the total amount of work performed in a specific time period. All right. Number 2, you must respect the SRA curve. What is the SRA curve? It is the stress recovery adaptation curve. After a stressor, there's a recovery period. So your stressor is your workout, right? So after a workout or a stressor, there's a recovery period where your body mobilizes its resources to create the change placed on it by the stimulus, or the change demanded from it by the stimulus, a.k.a. your workout, right? So the demand is, hey, I want to be stronger. I want to be bigger. I want to be faster. I want to be leaner. Okay, you get the picture. After that recovery period, you'll see the results, the adaptation you're looking for. So the greater the stressor, the longer the recovery period. Okay, let me say that again. The greater the stressor, the longer the recovery period. So what that means is if you go and destroy yourself with a killer workout, don't expect to have another killer workout the next day, right? And be able to measure progress over any length of time. You're just not giving yourself enough recovery because you're not respecting the SRA curve. All right. Number 3, you must respect the law of accommodation. After a given period of time, the stimulus you're using ceases to be a stimulus anymore because your body trends towards homeostasis or balance. Okay. And when it does, you've just run into the law of accommodation. So you must eventually change something about your training in order to keep making progress. Number 4, you must respect the SAID principle, SAID. Specific adaptation to imposed demands. You can think of this as the specificity principle. In other words, you get what you train for. For example, sprinters won't get better at sprinting by running marathons, even though sprinters and marathoners both run. Okay, makes sense? And number 5, you must respect the principle of variety. You can think of this principle or corollary as the bridge between the law of accommodation and the SAID principle. We as humans as a species are built for novelty and variety. So, man, it's no wonder that you crave new, right? New and different. However, what this doesn't mean is muscle confusion or anything goofy like that. All right, a little side note here. Muscles can't be confused, right? They are effectively rubber bands that stretch and contract under the control of your central nervous system, right? Your brain and your spinal cord. One of the simplest, easiest applications of this principle is changing how you perform an exercise. For example, we take the Turkish get-up. So if your body's used to performing the Turkish get-up, okay, now you're going to perform the Turkish get-up with a pause, 2 to 3 second pause at each stage of the lift, right? Another example is we take the double front squat. Your body's used to doing double front squats for reps. What we're going to do is we are now going to cut out the stretch shortening cycle so there's no bounce out of the hole, and you're going to perform your double front squats, your double kettlebell front squats with a 2 to 5 second pause in the hole before standing up, okay? Lots of different ideas like that, but you get the point, right? Look, if you've been frustrated by your lack of progress, like variety, and you're ready to finally see some results, I think you're going to like my newest program. It's really going to help you out. I'm going to show you what, I don't know how to pronounce this gentleman's name. I think it's Inga Peterson. He posted something right up here on YouTube. You can go back and find it on one of my channels. Right? It's this recomposition workouts versus fat loss workouts. You can go see this for yourself. But this is what he said. He said, I'm 3 weeks into maximum warm now. Boy, does it work. Already the results are visible. And as a byproduct, it's cured the remaining niggles in my left shoulder. I can't wait for the next 9 weeks. I only wish I took some pics or measurements beforehand starting it. Yep, that's right. Okay. So you know what? If you're interested in it, go ahead and grab a copy below. I'm going to leave a link in the description. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click the like button. Tell me what your results have been so far using kettlebells. Doesn't matter, right? If it's been good, bad, or indifferent, it's neutral. Just leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you on it. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit the share button, right? Send it to somebody you know who's interested in using kettlebells or could use some help using some kettlebells, and send it over to them. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. All right. Hopefully you found this helpful. Until next time, stay strong.